Alright, so the time has come for us to create our best ever app yet. And in this tutorial, we're going to be learning how to create our very own chat application, like WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger. And in the process of creating our Flash Chat app, we're going to be learning about how to store data, how to create our very own cloud-based data storage using Firebase, and we're going to be learning about a fundamental component of iOS development, which is the table view controller. And this you see when you go into the settings, when you go into your messages or mail, and it's essentially a list that comes one after the other. And it's one of the most important components in your tool belt as an iOS developer. So we're going to be getting to grips with all of that. And of course, we're going to be reviewing CocoaPods, and we're going to be incorporating some other pods as well. So at the moment, I'm running the app both on the simulator as well as a physical device. And this is so that I can show you how the messaging capability works. So if I type a message in the simulator saying, "Hello phone," and I click send, you can see that immediately it appears in the physical device. And on this side, if I write something back, and I hit send, then again it appears over here. So this is essentially what we're going to build, and it's complete with a register screen as well as a login screen, and we're going to implement all of that functionality as well as storing our data in the cloud. So this is going to be epic, so let's get started. Alright, so in order to build our messaging app, the most important component that we're going to learn about is how to use Firebase. Now, what exactly is Firebase? Well, it's a service from Google that acts as a backend provider. Now, what does that mean? It's essentially a web service that provides us with a cloud-based infrastructure that allows us to save and retrieve our data from Google's web servers. That means we don't have to worry about maintaining our own servers, writing server-side code, and a whole load of other complicated things because the guys at Firebase have taken care of it for us. So Firebase has a whole bunch of features, including data storage, authentication, analytics, notifications, hosting, and they're developing more every day. So it's free to use and has a very generous free tier, and it usually allows you as an app developer to get to a point where you have a decent number of users before you even have to pay anything. So it's a really great tool, and we're going to introduce you to two of their core features. Number one is their real-time database. So essentially what we're going to be learning to do is storing data on the Google web servers, and we're going to be retrieving them on multiple devices. So in our case, the messages that we'll store will be retrieved by all the devices that run the Flash Chat app. And for those of you guys who are doing both the Android course and the iOS course, Firebase actually syncs across all platforms. So if you've built your app on iOS and have it running on your iPhone and built it on Android, if they are pointing towards the same database, you can actually message each other across different platforms. So essentially, it's a very easy to set up and versatile cloud-based database. And the other feature we're going to use from Firebase is their authentication feature. So we're going to be building a registration screen and a login screen, and we're going to ask the user to set up an account using a unique email and password combination. And then we can use Firebase to authenticate the user and log them into the app where they can start chatting. So that's a little bit about Firebase, and we're going to be digging deeper into it as we learn how to implement it. So without further ado, let's get started creating our first cloud-based database.